what's this? I'm back after quite a while with a completely new look. That isn't the only thing I'm back with though. I just finished watching Xortrider's video, and this gave me just the inspiration to do this. The latest one obviously was the top Wolf Cybertron figures, so I thought, you know what, I'll do the same thing. What he did was he did different size classes, so I'm going to do the same as him. So I think just start, like you said, the small guys first, which can come with the Battle Masters, the Micro Masters, that one cassette that came with Ravage, and of course the core class. But I don't really get many small figures because I want to get the core Soundwave. That thing has been blowing people away. But as I don't have it, Ratbat. He's good. He's a little boy. He's very good. I do find myself fiddling with him a lot more than some of the deluxes as well. Even some of the Voyagers. Because those Voyagers are, especially Megatron, has been a bit. Well, I have the Netflix one, so he's a bit fiddly. More degradation probably and all that. But yeah, I find myself fiddling with him a lot more. So Ratbat. My favourite of the small ones. Deluxes. Now, since this isn't going off of favourites, but the best in your opinion, I have sadly not gone for Black Arachnia, who is my favourite. I have a massive bias towards this character. I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Most people probably don't do. But the animated one is my favourite version of this character, and my favourite Transformers character of all anyway. So this one obviously made my top 10 of the year. Well, if you want me to, I might do it. Well, I don't know. Who cares? But she didn't make it. A mould that did make it, and it's a mould. It's the Kingdom Lambo mould. I was only going to get Sideswipe. I never got to see Sideswipe. Always wanted to see Sideswipe. But I'm glad I didn't do because the Kingdom one, he's gorgeous. He's absolutely fantastic. He's got to be. I regret not putting him higher on my top 10 list. But he's just great. And Red Alert as well. I wasn't going to get Red Alert, but I saw him at roll call, and he does look better than the original one. Far better than the original one. Obviously, and it comes with everything you need as well. I like to obviously put the light bar on his arm, differentiate him a bit more from Sideswipe. Plus, I like the idea that it can form a shield. The transformation as well. It feels so simple, but it just achieves. Oh, I love it. This has got to be one of my favourite molds of any modern Transformers toy line. It's fantastic, and this is the tail end of Combiner Wars. We all know how bad Combiner Wars was in terms of molds. So to get these two after Combiner Wars, after the Power of the Primes, especially that Siege Sideswipe, not Siege, the Red Alert. Siege Red Alert he's fan, and they get this better one. Oh, it blows me away sometimes. Hasbro can do some good stuff. Voyagers. You're going to see a theme here with the kind of things I pick. With my favourite toy line, you'll be able to tell which one it is when you see my Voyager leader, and obviously you've seen my deluxes. My favourite Voyager has to be the Honourable Raptor himself, Dinobot. He's so good. He looks so much like the Beast Wars character. I mean, the Kingdom Show didn't really make one. I kind of want a figure of the Kingdom Show model. It looks fantastic in the Kingdom Show. He was such a good character in that. I mean, Kingdom, people, yeah, you can say about Wolf's happening, but I love Kingdom. It sparks a little joy in me, especially seeing Black Arachnia on the screen again. It's just so good just to get figures like this as well. Based on Beast Wars, when did we get figures? We've been G1 for quite a while, which is probably why Kingdom's my favourite toy line, because it just throws in other stuff. Yeah, and I just. But yeah, this is a fantastic figure. All the accessories are good, and that head sculpt, phenomenal. Absolutely, he's got Raptor mode as well. If it weren't for those hands, it would be a lot better. But now for leader. I kind of hate not putting Galvatron in here. I love Galvatron. I've just had more fun with Megatron. He's a great mold, right? And I can see, yeah, the legs are a bit weird, the transformations are, but he's stunning. You can't look at this and think this is not the perfect Beast Wars Megatron. It's fantastic. It is by far, would I say, the most accurate Beast Wars figure we've got on? I'd say Primal is very accurate as well. So is Ravage, but I think to conclude, he's just all of his repaints are just boring. T-Rex, the Jurassic Park one, it looks alright, but mainly it's too much, and this one is perfect in my opinion. Big Barney dinosaur, and as Jobby says, you can just hear the voice of David K coming from this. Phenomenal. I've used that word a bit too much. Now, as we're going on to the big boys, which I only have one of each because, well, I've got to put them there, haven't I? I've already got one of them. Let's go with the exclusive special ones. I'm going to go for, as already did, go to the Netflix guys. So my favourite deluxe was Bumblebee. It was between him and Alita 1. I love the Chromia figure, she looks great. And Alita 1, her character in the WFC Trilogy, and the fact that I got her for Christmas, and then exactly after, a few days after that, I got back Arachnia, and my animated brain just, it made me so happy. But this one is so good. I mean, I paid a bit too much for just £25, but he's worth it. He's very good. I hate the weapon he comes with. It only works well with Cliff Jumper, in my opinion. None of the other ones work it as well. I usually give him Ironhide's gun, but obviously I haven't given him that now because I've given Ironhide his original gun, so I want to have Xortrider back. Not Siege Earthrise Ironhide. But he's a good little boy. He is. Now, on to the Voyager, and I want to get more of this mold because having just this one character, I mean, I've got loads of the other. It's Hotlink, right? I have loads of the Earthrise. I have 4 of them. Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywalker, and G2 Ramjet. G2 Ramjet is very good, but he's got very tight arms, so he sadly didn't make it onto this. But another Genslayer figure did though. He's so good. The colours on him, and the way he is. Oh, I like to think of him as like a reformatted Starscream, considering we haven't got the other Welcome Committee Seekers yet. But I'd love to. I mean, we have in BotCon, but not in this. I'd love to get in this. So if Hasbro actually do that for Legacy, I'd buy all of them. The Rainmaker is tempting, but just having him on his own makes me appreciate the mold a lot more. Because with the Earthrise ones, they just have them all, and it's like, oh, they're the same one. The G2 that has a little bit of difference to him. I mean, I mainly got him as Slipstream, but I just use him as a G2 Ramjet now. But he's good. I mean, I was going to say, if you don't have one of this mold, get it, but everyone has one. There's like 700 of them now, so. Gen Selects. My favourite figure is Rotostorm. I love the Spinister mold so much. It's so good. But to get it as a G1.5 character, now G1.5, my favourite point of G1, it's all the wacky stuff. You know, like the Predators. I love the Predators. I hope we get some Predators in Legacy. I need a new Stalker. I have the G1 figure. That was one of my holy grails. Got from TF Nation 2019. Same time I got Devastator. My holy grails were bought that year. I just need some more. And having this in hand, and the rumour of Motormaster being repainted into Thunderclash gives me hope that we can possibly get some Predators in the future. But enough to talk about Predators and the thing. This mold is great. The head sculpt is fantastic. And all the helicopters seem to be in LGBT flags. Spinister being the bi flag, and him being the trans flag. And more power to them. I love how they're doing that with them, even though it's unintentional, but it's good. Now, my favourite, he's got one of my favourite figures in this one. I hate the base mold. I can't stand it. That figure he's up there with Trax, my least favourite figures of WFC Trilogy. And it has to go to Ravage. He's my favourite of the convention exclusives. then again, I only have this one and the refractor one, and the refractor one broke. One of, is it spyglass? One of the legs is broke, so I very rarely touch it. I've stuck it on a blue tack. The other two are fine, but this one is, the way it can change and mould so much. I had the Shadow Panther. I had a moment when I got that. And Shadow Panther's good. It's far better than I hate the Cheetor. I'll say I hate a strong word. Dislike. He could be better. He's not bad to the point where I give him. Oh wait, no, I still like him. But he's not Ravage. He's not Shadow Panther. I think I would like him if his plastic was a lot more thicker. But obviously it's not. Sadly. I would love it if it was. Shadow Panthers and Ravage, he's tight everywhere you could imagine. And the background, I haven't displayed his background. I know I can't stand the studio backgrounds, but that background, oh, he's so good. And I like to have him and Shadow Panther together as Tripredicus agents, considering Transmetal Tripredicus agent looks exactly like Shadow Panther. Now then, for the big boys, they only have one commander. It's safe to say it goes to Skylines. I would love a Jetfire. And having Skylinks makes me want a Jetfire more, because I know what the Commander class can do. The Commander class. I'm hoping we get a Skyquake in Commander class. Maybe even a Tidal Wave, but it would be better in Titan. But he's so good. He's huge. Not as big as the next one could, but no one in my collection is as big as the next one coming up. And I only got him today. He's fantastic. I got him on a whim. I was going to get Scorponok, but then I went, I don't want to spend all that money right now, because that was when I was in Liverpool and we went to Worlds Party. So 3 for 2 a manga. My brain straight to get in the manga. And I'm not disappointed in that as well, but I got this one. And if it wasn't for me not getting Scorponok, I don't think I would have gotten Skylinks, nor any Commander class, because I missed out on the Jetfire. The Rodimus, he's getting cheaper now, but I don't have the mindset of getting him when I've already got Hot Rod from Pseudosus 86, who's fantastic. Definitely one of the highlights. The highlight of Pseudosus 86. Scores would be if mine wasn't so loose. But this, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. Now then, the Titan class. I don't think I'll be able to get him fully in shot, because he can't go in any of my shelves. I'm just going down my bed at the moment. But he isn't actually a Wolf of Cybertron figure. He's a Wolf of Cybertron mold though. And he should have been in Kingdom, but obviously he's not. He's in Legacy now, which is giving it entirely away. The first Legacy figure to be revealed even before Legacy, Black Zarak. Now this is a Titan. He's ginormous. I have to go all the way back to fit him in. I'm so glad I missed out on the Scorponok, because if I did get the Scorponok, I wouldn't have gotten Black Zarak. And everything about him, obviously you can tell the way I look now. The colours just make it. He reminds me of the Palareal Bastards era, which is when I got really into Palareal and got really into music then. And this, with the black and the red, it astounds me that Hasbro can pull off something like this. When I've got Triptychon, he's alright, he's not the best. Devastator, I can't ever say a bad word about that thing, he's so good, but this overtakes Devastator as my best Titan. And if I got him last year, he would have 100% been number 1. But he's the only figure I've gotten this year so far. I don't regret it. This is a fantastic figure. I don't think he's even stock anywhere anymore. Amazon, I think, for £250. I got mine from Indie Man Toys, pre-ordered it, £140, far cheaper than he is now, £150, even if you can find him in stock. But he's that good. He's such a good figure. And if this is what Legacy is going to be like, I am ready. especially ready for that skids. I want that skids so bad. And that Optimus Prime better be repainted into Scourge. I need an RID Scourge. I love RID 2001. That animated, very much my favourite. But about putting him next to Overlord, my Takara one, it just brings so much happiness to me. Seeing my Japanese characters all together. Obviously, you can tell that my anime and stuff, and this is obviously he's from an anime, the Master Force anime. It makes me so happy. He's such a good figure, and if, like I said, if I got Scorponok, I wouldn't have got him. And he's cool. He looks a lot better than Scorponok, in my opinion. I know it's going to get from all the G1 guys that's like, oh, Scorponok, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Yes, he's a G1 character, but who knows him really other than he's a very mysterious figure. Oh no, watch out, he could break. Now we've got this one. Far better, in my opinion, than any other version of the character. I know Sam, my best G1, has the original G1 one, so he can probably fight me on this. And I saw him when he got it at TF Nation. We both got the Holy Grails that day. Such a good... Oh, I missed it. I hope it happens this year. I need to go. The closest thing I got to that was a Pride last year when I got Shadow Panther and Warpath. I need to go to a TF Nation again. So bad. And this... just... So, thank you for watching this little return of the video. I could maybe do more, I have no idea. Depends what college allows me to do. Well, in terms of time anyway, it's not like they're going to monitor this. Sorry if the camera's blurry. You're probably used to that. But thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.